Ellen Road provides the venue once more as Leeds United resume the Championship campaign with a game against Cardiff City in front of another full house here, of course, and the noise levels are high at this stage of the afternoon. It's good to have a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff, the traditional kickoff time. So few of those around these days that the ones we do get are to be enjoyed. You may have a different viewpoint on this depending on which part of the world you're currently joining us in. You may have had to get up very early in order to follow the fixture, but hopefully Leeds United will provide plenty that will make your efforts all worthwhile. The Cardiff City side they're up against today, we would say, is not going to be the same as the Cardiff City side we saw at the stadium earlier on in the season. The Leeds United side shows 2 changes to the starting 11 as Junior Firpo comes in, and also back into the starting 11 is Joe Rothwell. So the 2 men they replace, Byram and Gruev, are both on the bench. Pascal Struijk also back again. A couple of changes to the Cardiff City side. Cardiff have been on an excellent run. The point I was about to make, they are unbeaten in their last 8. And they haven't lost a game yet in 2025, so a very poor-looking Cardiff side we saw in September is probably not what we're going to see with this game this evening. 2 changes to their starting 11 as MG and Willock both drop out to the starting 11. But there are plenty of familiar names and then 1 or 2 who are less familiar potentially to the Championship audience. The big change that Cardiff made in the aftermath of that Leeds United defeat was to give Omar Reza a chance as caretaker initially, interim manager. He's now been confirmed in position until at least the end of this season. And given the job he's doing at the moment, keeping Cardiff relatively comfortably away from the relegation places. They're in 18th in the table currently. He may well be playing himself into position to take on the job on a permanent basis once this campaign's over. But that's Cardiff's job, that's Cardiff's focus. Our focus is purely on this Leeds United group, this Leeds United side who are hoping to claim another victory here at Ellen Road. Still so tight at the top of the Championship table. Leeds gained a point against Sheffield United with the draw on Monday night. The situation with Burnley obviously remained the same. Every game has that pressure upon it currently. Nobody able to break away completely from the pack. And you would say it's a top 4 at the moment, with results for the other teams below somewhat inconsistent. So we're almost set for the start of the game. Cardiff in their huddle. Leeds United have done all that stuff. And it will be Leeds United kicking from left to right in the first half. And Callum Robinson, who it appears will get the game underway for Cardiff City, a striker who has been in fine form recently, 6 and 6 for him going into this game. Robinson it is, he gets the game underway, the roar goes up. Leeds United all in white, Cardiff City the Bluebirds in blue, white, blue. And the ball into that Leeds half in the earliest seconds here. Bogle makes the interception, a little slip there. And then Dan James cuts inside and starts to move forward with some menace here for Leeds United. On it goes to Piroe. And Piroe tried to thread it to Manor Solomon. He gets another go and again underhits the pass. And some recalibration required there, perhaps, from Joel Piroe.
Well, it didn't happen, did it? He had a couple of chances there, and they're actually easy passes, but Cardiff, hopefully they come out like that as the game progresses, because on the counter, we are certainly very dangerous.
This time it's Manor Solomon trying to thread a pass through for Firpo, who's ahead of him unsuccessfully. And the ball goes out off Junior Firpo, back in the starting 11 and out for a Cardiff City throw-in.
Yes, I'm with you in that this Cardiff side is a very different proposition, isn't it, to when we played the away game. I thought they were really poor that day. We won 2-0. We were up against 10 men. Manager got the sack straight after that game, but a few different players are in there, and clearly the confidence is high.
Certainly higher as Leeds try and make a dent in an offensive sense on that Cardiff rearguard again, but lose possession, and now it's Leeds who are having to concentrate on defending with Joe Rodon in place to turn the ball back for Ilya Meslier's first touch of the afternoon. It's cold, and it's a grey sky overhead. And Dan James is battling away unsuccessfully, but he was fouled by Joe Ralls, the Cardiff captain. So that will be a Leeds free kick on the halfway line. Now Tanaka with the ball to Bogle, and back to Tanaka. Bogle onto the edge of the centre circle to Ethan Ampadu. Across the back to Joe Rodon.
Firpo's a lot of space on that left-hand side. When Solomon comes inside, Rinomhota is going right with him, but got to pass it better than that.
Again, we see the miss-hit ball, handing possession back to Cardiff City from a position of promise for Leeds United. Robertson, and then it's back into that Cardiff half. Daland out to the near side to O'Dowda, back in the starting 11 for Cardiff. And then Anik, the goalkeeper, can't miss him.
You ain't going to miss him. My goodness, neon orange.
Now Cardiff's turn to give the ball away, and it's played into Dan James, trying to find room for the shot, hits it, takes a deflection. Could have taken it in, took it just wide instead.
Well, it was good effort. Dan James was alive to the mistake, and when it came to him, just tries to shift it and find a way through. Cardiff City players, plenty of legs in front of him. Keeper a little unsighted as well, but in the end, Jesper Daland does enough.
So the first corner kick of the game, and it's for Leeds United. And Joe Rothwell back in the team, is on hand to take on the responsibility. Leeds fans over one shoulder, Cardiff fans over the other, somewhere. And Rothwell gives his teammates the signal. Curled onto the header, Firpo rose well, couldn't get the precision in the header, and it carried beyond those at the far post as well and behind.
Well, the precision was certainly on the set piece, wasn't it? Excellent from Joey Rothwell. Hands up, Firpo does get there, just doesn't quite get above the ball enough to try and steer it into that far corner.
Anik with the ball. Just a long discussion going on, which the referee brings to a conclusion, and then the ball goes long. Ampadu to Rothwell. Rothwell's header is misplaced, and Bogle's not getting to that one. So Cardiff have the throw-in, which Ghazi takes himself. Now O'Dowda. Down the touchline, away from Bogle. Gets his cross up into the penalty area. Firpo with a header as far as the edge. Underneath it is Robinson. Plays the ball into a gap for the potential ball in from that right-hand side from Kian Ashford. In it comes instead and needs heading away by Rodon. And then Piroe has come to help out. And Firpo rolls the ball back into his path. It's a nice ball as well from Junior Firpo. Now Piroe playing the ball into Dan James. James round the keeper. Dan James still on the ball, still waiting for the opportunity. And in it comes, and in it goes from Brendan Aaronson. James did a great job, kept his cool, and he picked the right pass, and Brendan Aaronson did the rest. An excellent start for Leeds United. Front to back football, and Leeds are in front by a goal to nil.
It's a fantastic goal, it really is. And Cardiff, well, they've come out positive, committing bodies forward, but once we get the ball, we move it so quickly up the other end. And Piroe, the pass to Dan James was superb, and the composure of James, exactly what was required. Looked like it was going to go around the keeper and tuck it home. Instead, he makes the right decision, because Daland was certainly getting there, puts him on his backside, and then Aaronson had the easiest of chances just to slot it through the defenders into an empty net. Brilliant from Dan James, great run from right to left, and he sets up another vital goal for Brendan Aaronson.
Well, Brendan Aaronson's finish not dissimilar to Manor Solomon's in a similar situation. The last home game, two on the line, had to thread the ball between them. He did that extremely competently. Leeds have what they wanted from this game, an early goal. Cardiff already have shown a willingness to get forward. They're going to obviously need to do more of that now, and they are trying to do exactly that just at the moment with the possession over on that far side. It's going to be a Cardiff throw.
Actually, I'm just thinking, I think Scott Parker, if he was watching this, he'd be sitting there going, see, I told you, that's what happens. Commit too many bodies forward on the counter. And they certainly didn't get beaten, but they never even looked like winning the game, did they?
Didn't seem to want to win the game, which was
exactly right.
kind of the strange approach. But I'm sure there was a method behind the madness, as it were, because there's always method behind it these days. The managers, the analysis and the data is always there backing the decisions they make.
Well, I think somewhere I saw out of 3,660 matches, the passes per shot on target, that game was the worst.
Or the best, depending on how you like your stats.
Worst.
Ball into the middle to Brendan Aaronson, who goes down under the challenge, bundled over. Leeds free kick.
Well, this is better. It's been a great start yet again. Quick start, good goal. Now can we just build on this and keep pushing back this Cardiff side?
James trying to get the ball into the penalty area. It spins into the path of Alnwick. Comes to gather it. Much credit goes to Joel Piroe for dropping deep into his own half, and then when he picked the ball up, picking exactly the right pass out into the path of James. His job was far from simple. He did it really well, and Aaronson applied the finishing touch.
You mentioned Manor Solomon. You're right, Aaronson, that finish was similar, and it looks quite straightforward, but it certainly isn't. Two players on the line, you've got to try and find a space, but take it nice and early, hit it firm with confidence, and both players scored very good goals.
Puts Brendan Aaronson one ahead of Dan James in the scoring charts. Joel Piroe on 10. Plays a nice ball into the path of Manor Solomon. Firpo's on the run and he gets the pass as well. Firpo just outside the box, low ball in, inviting Brendan Aaronson to have a go at that one. It's cleared behind and that will be another Leeds corner.
Well, Cardiff still trying to play, aren't they? And when we pick it up, just on the counter again. Firpo, the overlap. Daland is there again. Big centre-half for Cardiff's got plenty to do.
So this is the first corner kick from the other side. Joe Rothwell ready to deliver into that Cardiff City penalty area. Rodon dancing around on the edge of the box, just inside now. In towards Rodon's head, and it drops down for Firpo! Drags his shot wide, and that was an extremely good opportunity. Leeds United haven't quite exploited it.
He snatched at it. Good corner kick again. Daland just slips, and when the ball ricochets away, Firpo just gets it all wrong. Another excellent ball in a dangerous area. No doubt is the play that it comes off, and Firpo couldn't take advantage.
There was a pass on to Tanaka, potentially, wasn't there? And Mariza up in the stand on a touchline ban, I believe. Firpo, well, that was a clear handball. Sorry, Bogle rather, and referee signals the free kick for Cardiff. Michael Salisbury in charge today. And messages being relayed to the manager's delegate, as it were, down in the on the edge of the technical area for Cardiff. Ampadu defending with Robertson behind him, and the flag is duly raised.
Just takes a long time, doesn't he? Just got to wait for things to play out for a few seconds, but good line held by our defenders.
Leeds in possession with Joe Rodon. Into Joe Rothwell. And back to Tanaka. Leeds with Ethan Ampadu in possession. Now to Rothwell again. Firpo's got a lot of space down that left-hand side. Solomon set off. Piroe comes in to pick up the possession. Tries to play it into the path of Solomon. Not quite successfully. And Cardiff with Robinson looking to get going forwards here. That's a great ball. Meslier's got to come and deal with it, and he does. Cardiff pick up the clearance and continue to motor forward here down the right. And And the little ball will come in from that far touchline. In fact, it's gone just beyond the touchline, so flag is raised. Cian Ashford couldn't get his foot round it in time, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Well, excellent play actually from Cardiff, and the starting position of Meslier was very good. Had to deal with it. And for goalkeepers, always about decision making, and that was a positive decision from Meslier.
Rodon with a pass out to James. Tries to go down the line for Aaronson, who was arriving. Bogle takes the throw in that results. And now here's Ethan Ampadu with the ball forward to Tanaka. And Rodon into the middle to Piroe. Again, he picks up a good position, and he's played the ball into the path of Dan James, who's onside. Tucks it into the middle, and it's tucked into the back of the net by Manor Solomon. Some more super football from Leeds United. They carve Cardiff open and double their advantage. Leeds United 2, Cardiff City 0.
Another brilliant goal. And the wingers again, how many times have we seen that? One supplies across, the other one tucks it away. Really good, intricate play. Bit of luck in there as well with Brendan Aaronson. Didn't know too much about a pass to Joel Piroe. However, here you can see that wasn't meant, but the ball through from Piroe was excellent. And Dan James, composure, picked the right pass, and he certainly does, because he knows Manor Solomon on the other side. He's ahead of his man, just stick it in front of him, and he can roll it home. 2-0.
Arms raised in appeal by Cardiff defenders, all to no avail. And it's that James Solomon combination once more that provides another goal for Leeds United. And in the aftermath of that, a big discussion began on the touchline involving Cardiff's assistant, Tom Ramazani, and the Cardiff City players, and the manager sitting up in the stand.
The thing is that every time they lose the ball, if the back four are only 15 yards away from the halfway line, they're going to be in trouble just with the pace that we've got. And Piroe a couple of times there has found James with that ball through the back. He gets there first, and we put it in the back of the net.
And Pirou's almost got there again as he picked up on a loose ball in the Cardiff half. It's the away side who come forward instead and have O'Dowda down the left, and a ball into Robinson. Great block by Rodon, timed perfectly and made an important intervention. Solomon can't keep a hold of that one. Ashford takes it off him.
Wasn't the easiest ball, to be fair, from Tanaka.
Cardiff with the ball down the right-hand side, their right-hand side, Leeds left. Tanaka with the challenge, it's a good one. Now Solomon carries the ball forward. Just gets taken off his toes, and Cardiff come back at Leeds. Ashford again in possession, the young Welsh under-21 international. The ball curled into the box is a good one. Rodon heads it towards the edge of the area to Tanaka. Good work. And more, just the Carminator.
He does bring calm to the game, doesn't he? Let's be honest. Just the way that he can bring it down, his composure is quite incredible.
Still haven't seen the t-shirts. Rodon with the ball back into the path of Rothwell. Now wide to Firpo. And now Aaronson. Leeds playing some really good stuff here. Now Solomon. Solomon onto Aaronson again. Has to turn back. Gives it back to Manor Solomon. In turn, Leeds look to keep possession in that Cardiff half. Rothwell into Aaronson. Tanaka. Ampadu. And Tanaka once more returns the ball to Ethan Ampadu. Now Joe Rothwell. Pushes on down the channel.
Excellent.
Lovely ball into Firpo. Can he get there? You think he can, and I think Leeds have got a corner. Yes, they have. Great work.
And that's why Rothwell has been brought back into the sides. Today we have plenty of possession. Driving through that midfield area is really important. He opens things up and just slips a lovely ball through to Firpo. Good defending in the end from Goutas.
So Joe Rothwell goes to the far side in front of the cheese wedge to spot the ball up on the edge of the quadrant. On our monitor screen, we're seeing our LUTV colleague with his camera. I'm not sure how he's been brought into the coverage, to be honest with you, but nice to see Damien down there anyway on duty. Rothwell's ball into the middle, over the head of Rodon, headed clear to Tanaka, but he can't bring it down under control. And now there's a break for Cardiff with Ralls with the ball forward, and Ashford with a runner ahead of him tries to give it into the path of that runner, Ghazi, intercepted comfortably by Bogle. Now Leeds will look to do something similar perhaps. Instead they're happy to be patient.
Excellent defensive work as well. Aaronson, as he's running back, is just signalling to Bogle, you take the runner, I'll take the ball. And in the end the ball was a poor one and Bogle intercepted.
Now Manor Solomon down his left to James, who's got a bit of space to operate in, tries to take on the Cardiff defender, wins a corner. James down that left-hand side on this occasion.
I think what I'm noticing about this Cardiff side is that if you think a lot of the teams, when they do come to Ellen Road, that they're trying to get us to play in front of them. Not this Cardiff side. A lot of their defenders are running backwards, and in those channels, they're high up the pitch. They can't keep the ball, and then when they lose it, they're having to sprint back. And as a defender, I want everything in front of me because that's easy. Running backwards all the time isn't.
Rothwell to deliver. Nice shape on that one. Headed clear though, only as far as James. Invited to shoot, and he does! And it takes a deflection, and it requires a fingertip save from Anik to push that one away from goal.
Well, James, buy a ticket. You never know what can happen. I'm not sure that was actually going in, probably going wide, but the deflection almost took it in the opposite bottom corner. Anik actually with a really good stop in the end. Here we can see, just go. Good save.
So another corner for Leeds. The corner count is growing here, even inside the opening 20 minutes. This one comes in low. Not the best delivery from Joe Rothwell, that one, and Dan James is not able to divert a pass into his path. So a little bit of a disappointing outcome from that.
Well, 5 out of 6 were on the money. So that's not too bad. Here we can see, yeah, I think it was probably just going wide, but
no, I'm not sure.
Oh.
Anik was there with the save anyway to make it all irrelevant. Ball up, and applause around the ground for a young Leeds United fan, Daniel Grace, who lost his life in a car accident recently, and he's remembered by those who stand and applaud all around the Ellen Road Stadium now. As it says on the scoreboard, Daniel Grace, sadly missed and never forgotten. Leeds United family comes together to remember the loss of one of its own. Tanaka. Leeds in possession in the Cardiff half with Rothwell to Ampadu. Helps it on to Manor Solomon. Firpo again has found space down that left. Can he get his cross into the middle? Tries to cut it back. He's earned Leeds another corner instead.
I mean, space is so easy to come by, isn't it? I mean, he just shifted it out to the left-hand side, and no Cardiff defender was in 5 yards of his opposing number. At the moment, we're finding it easy, if we can move it quickly, let's find that space.
Daniel Farker looks on, impassive, not moving, and watches as Leeds United prepare another set piece here. So Rothwell put the last one in low. See what he does with this one. Much higher towards that far post where the heads go up. Ampadu was waiting. It was just nodded away from him and out and behind for a throw into Leeds right by the corner flag, which Ampadu may well stick around to take. He has that long throw, but on this occasion, more traditionally, he's leaving the ball to Jaden Bogle. The referee tells him to move right down towards a corner flag before he takes it. Piroe back to Bogle and returned. Oh, a lovely ball from James to Aaronson. Aaronson's in the penalty area, puts it in to the middle and puts it too close to the goalkeeper, with Piroe waiting with his arms in the air. And it's another corner kick for Leeds.
Oh, I think Manor Solomon was at the back stick wanting just to tap another one home. He had so much time and space, didn't he? Excellent work from Piroe And once it came through, he had Aaronson. He was looking up, trying to find that ball. And the defender just gets a touch, as does the keeper. But once again, good tight play, finding space. On this occasion, not quite finding the finish.
Rothwell. In it goes. Flicked across the penalty area, all the way out on the other side to James. Gives it to Solomon. Firpo sets off on a run. Solomon likewise, but he's got the ball and he puts a good one into the middle as well. And it's resulted in another desperate clearance from the 6-yard box and another Leeds United corner.
Well, excellent play this time from Solomon. We really are putting them to the sword down the wings, aren't we? This time Solomon gets it and just takes on the defenders. Twists left and right. Excellent cross in. No one there, but good nonetheless.
You get the sense that if Leeds keep putting balls in like this, the Cardiff defenders are apt to make mistakes and errors, because it's fine margins when you're that close to your own goal. See what Rothwell can do with this one. Curled into the middle over the head of Rodon, headed up in the air and then away, only as far as James, waiting, lurking. Plays the ball to Solomon. Solomon thinks about putting it in the box, then goes wide to Rothwell instead. Rothwell comes back out to Ampadu, and the players start to retreat before Ampadu goes long crossfield to Tanaka. Tanaka swings his ball into the middle, headed away into the path of Ghazi, and then headed down by Rodon. Will be picked up in space by Solomon. Both he and Piroe in close proximity. Now Solomon to his right to Bogle. And back to Tanaka. Short to Solomon and return to Tanaka. Now Rothwell. Switches it to Ampadu. Goes wide to Junior Firpo. Firpo into Aaronson. Back to Firpo again. And back to Aaronson. Ball dragged back. The referee was thinking about a free kick. It goes diagonally across the penalty area and it's just kept away off the head of O'Dowda from Bogle there. Leeds still have possession. James. Short ball to Aaronson. Back to James. Tanaka. And Rothwell back into Joe Rodon. Now Ampadu can look ahead of him because there's nobody close to him in a blue shirt, so he can carry the ball.
Where are the Cardiff midfielders? Just the space we're able to find.
Now Solomon, great turn from the byline there. Piroe came into the near post, it was just beyond him. Cardiff managed to clear away. Rodon with a foot in before Robinson can get there. Picked up by Tanaka. Leeds come again. Firpo the outlet. Infield to Piroe. Piroe into Firpo. And then the flag is raised and Firpo is just offside.
Just looking at the Cardiff players, they're all talking to each other. Hands in the air. All over the place. I have to say I expected a little more. I'm sure they'll get themselves organised, but they're finding it pretty easy. What a turn that is as well from Solomon.
Required the leaping clearance from Goutas. Here's Daland, his central defensive partner. Played up to tumbling Ghazi. Cardiff free kick taken quickly. Pushed into the path of Callum Chambers. Chambers gets the ball back again. Daland. And now O'Dowda. Robinson comes to collect. Ampadu comes to collect Robinson. And Cardiff have another free kick on the halfway line.
That's exactly what he does, do collect Robinson and knock the ball.
Back it goes from Robertson. And then the defender, Goutas, back to the keeper, Anik. Swung forward towards O'Dowda and Bogle, both waiting underneath it. Whose ball is it? It's a... No, well, the assistant's no idea. And the referee made the decision ultimately. Daniel Farker has much to say about that. The assistant was literally swinging his flag from left to right at hip height on that occasion, waiting to see which way he should push it. Daland across the back. Back it goes to the keeper. Solomon's keen to have a try to see if he can do something. He can't. Over the head of Bogle and O'Dowda. Drops for El Ghazi. Ampadu's foot in. Sees the ball go out of play. Just ahead of the Leeds subs warming up down there. And O'Dowda will take a throw in for Cardiff.
Good to see Pascal down there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, fit again. Ready to rejoin the battle. Remember, he missed out on the second half of last season with a serious injury. Cardiff in possession in the Leeds half. 28th minute. Leeds 2 up here at Ellen Road. Ball out wide to that right hand side to Rinomhota. Then it goes back to the halfway line. Cardiff enjoying a lengthier spell of possession than they've had thus far in the game. O'Dowda back to Daland. Works it into Ralls, the vastly experienced midfielder. Chambers. And Goutas to Darland. Back to Chambers in the midfield again. And then Cardiff work the ball down Leeds right. And Ashford's got beyond. He gets the ball. Well, he gets this cross in. It comes off the back of the head of Tanaka. And that will be Cardiff's first corner kick of the afternoon.
A little loose defending down that left-hand side there. Tanaka had to go a long way from midfield to get out there and help. Ashford couldn't get the cross in.
So there's a set piece for Leeds United to defend here as Cardiff players arrive from the back. Alex Robertson prepares to put the ball in the Leeds penalty area. The referee just delays things as he goes to have a word with Aaronson and Daland. In it curls, headed away by Joel Piroe from that near post. Dan James, oh, he was a whisker away from causing Cardiff a real problem there. Rinomhota just took it away from him at the vital moment. O'Dowda. Chambers to Daland. It goes all the way back to Alnwick. The keeper may put it long back in that Leeds half. He does. Ashford was offside, so couldn't get involved. Had been offside, rather. That's why he let it go past. Tanaka. Now Joe Rodon. To Joe Rothwell. Ethan Ampadu. Into the centre circle to Rothwell. Bogle waits one side. Firpo waits the other. He has the ball now. Down the line nicely for Solomon, who's on. Into the middle it comes again. Space for Rothwell. Floats it up. Not really the ball Dan James wanted on the edge of the box, but it's run well by Bogle. Keeps the ball. Now Tanaka. Short to Aaronson. And back again. Solomon down that left-hand side with Rinomhota in front of him. Goes past him. Comes inside. Where Rodon waits. And now Ampadu. Half-hour mark here. Tanaka.
You're looking at Solomon as well. Seems to have got his spark back, doesn't he? Every time he gets the ball, he's looking to drift past his man. Does it so well.
Get the real sense when we've been talking to him after games recently that he's enjoying himself. James to Tanaka. He loops one into the penalty area. Not sure that was entirely intentional, but it works well for Bogle. Off the head of Darland, but he can't keep possession. Cleared away by Ghazi. Great interception, though, by Tanaka to push the ball into the path of Firpo. Solomon again to Firpo. Tanaka. Bogle's out to the right. Tanaka may look for him. No, he plays it through the middle for Firpo. Tries to thread it into the path of Aaronson. Too many blue shirts in the way. And now Cardiff look to get forward themselves. With O'Dowda on the run down the near side. Well intercepted by Rodon. Now then, Aaronson for Leeds United. Shirts ahead of him. Aaronson still going. James waits. He tucks it into James now. What? James is offside. Well, that shouldn't happen, should it?
What a waste. An absolute waste. But yet again, Cardiff on the halfway line. There was 5 Cardiff players ahead of the ball when they lost it. Joe Rodon just nips in really well. But that was a waste. We had so much time. We need to do something better than that.
So Alnwick is able to take the free kick. Cardiff are in possession of the ball. Rolls forward Ghazi. Joe Rodon is the man in too quickly this time. So that will be another Cardiff free kick on the halfway line. O'Dowda will leave it to Ralls. Now Daland. Given away almost, and it is won back. Tanaka to Piroe. Piroe's got options. Goes it alone. Shoots! Drags it just wide, Joel Piroe there. Could have gone left, could have gone right. Went through the middle and wasn't too far away with his shot.
Oh, he's just trying to arrow it into that bottom corner, but yet again, Cardiff lose it in a really bad area of the pitch. They've done that so often. And we quickly shift it into the attacking area. Joel Piroe trying to put it through the defender's legs, couldn't find the target.
Ampadu, looping header to Firpo and back into Rodon. Directs it back to Ampadu. He may opt to go backwards. No, he goes forward. I wish he had gone backwards. It's given away. But then it's lost by Cardiff, and Rothwell picks it up and does well, as does Aaronson, to just push the ball away to Bogle. Now Rothwell again. Bogle into Tanaka. Old Tanaka in the centre circle to Junior Firpo. Short ball to Rothwell. Rothwell returns it to Tanaka. Ampadu waits to his left. Rodon behind. Now Firpo, good turn. Lovely ball. Solomon's played in. Oh, he's offside. Oh, what a shame. As Dan James tucks it in, the flag is already raised. I'm going to speculate here and say that was close.
Well, I think you're absolutely right in that it was close. Was it offside or not? But once again, it's just brilliant play. But the space that Cardiff are allowing us to run in behind, well, it's suicidal, and they've already conceded a couple. And I wonder there, well, it could have been number 3, but good play.
Ralls. Darland. And then the only option available to Robertson is to go back to Alnwick. Sure, it was meant to go there, but O'Dowda wins a header anyway. Tanaka to Bogle. Happy to go back to Joe Rodon with 10 minutes to go in this first half. Leeds with 2 goals so far. Rothwell with the ball to Rodon. Ampadu to his left to Firpo. To Solomon. Rothwell looks up, thinks about going long, goes short. Tanaka to Firpo. Firpo just carrying it out wide at the moment, trying to find some green to get the ball into the middle. Does well for Leeds, wins a corner kick.
Well, Firpo's popping up inside and high up the pitch, and he's just finding some space. And how many willing runners have we got to go beyond? There's the offside call. It might have just been right. That's a blow.
Oh well.
We'll have more chances. Cardiff keep playing like this.
Well, there's an opportunity for Solomon to deliver the ball in. Oh, a little too close to Alnwick, with Tanaka actually waiting in an acre of space just to the right of the goalkeeper there. It bent in too close. Otherwise, Tanaka was in with a great chance. Daland goes back to the goalie. Piroe is lurking in that penalty area. Moves out to the box now with Rinomhota in possession. Now Chambers. And then swung wide into space for O'Dowda to take it down on the chest. And play in field to Robinson. O'Dowda. Now Robinson going alone. Still going. Robinson into the middle. Leeds have bodies back to block. Dan James with the ball to Aaronson. Nice disguise past that. Aaronson runs into a bit of trouble. Bogle has to come in. Daland picks up for Cardiff. Given away again though. Piroe picks up for Leeds. Aaronson. Leeds can move it quickly. Cardiff are getting back into their shape now. In those situations where Leeds are winning it back in the middle there, even in their own half, you feel there's opportunity.
There is. There certainly is. You can see how high up they are when we have the ball here as well. So just timing the run. Piroe this time. No, he's come back onside. He'd always try and have a go because there's so much space in behind.
Rodon. To Bogle. Now James. Just tries to roll it. There's a free kick there. And that's a foul for Leeds in a decent position as Brendan Aaronson was basically blocked off as James tried to play the ball. He tried to get into position to take up the pass and he was blocked. Spotted by the assistant. Flag raised, free kick.
Ralls with the right arm straight into Aaronson's face. And normally in those positions you're just trying to get your arm across the chest of your opponent, but you can see there straight into the face of Aaronson. Dangerous.
In a situation that results could be potentially dangerous for Cardiff, with Rothwell preparing to take this free kick. Two in the wall, but retreats somewhere close towards the edge of the penalty area. And a line of blue shirts and white shirts all the way across the edge of that Cardiff penalty area. Expectation is that Rothwell will put it somewhere to the left of goal. Rothwell into the middle it goes. Cleared into the centre and Piroe was trying to get there and it comes out for James to wallop it and it comes out again for James to have a crack. Well, it was right foot, left foot from Dan James there. First one hit a defender, second one just dragged wide.
Excellent strike, the first one. That was really travelling and when it came back onto his left, trying to find that bottom of corner again, but couldn't quite. But Cardiff just can't get the ball clear with any sort of purpose. In the end, it was Robertson who got in the way. But another opportunity for us goes begging.
Firpo trying to apply pressure. Ball is up the line to Ashford, into Rinomhota. Now Robinson. Pushed on again for Kian Ashford. Running down that touchline, he's run it out. Pursued all the way by another Welshman, Ethan Ampadu.
It's free kick. The referee's brought the play right back. Callum Robinson was fouled, according to the ref.
He's back on his feet. And yeah, so possession is returned to Cardiff City in the form of this free kick. And we have 5 minutes of the first half remaining. Daland with the ball. Goutas. And then Chambers. Rolls in to that midfield. Now Ashford on the halfway line. Helps it forward, looking for Callum Robinson. The touch is off the chest of Robinson, so it's a Leeds United throw-in. Ethan Ampadu adds a little few seconds on by going for the furthest ball rather than the nearest ball. And Junior Firpo then will take the throw. Firpo looking for a little movement perhaps down the line. There's nothing on down the line for him. Unusually, that's where those usually go, isn't it? Throws it into space, actually works out quite well because Rothwell gets on it. Now Bogle is moving it forward. And Bogle plays it, trying to play it inside the defender for the run of Dan James. It just clicked off the heel of O'Dowda, and he was happy that it did so. Ghazi now for Cardiff. Tanaka's with him. Ghazi still manages to make the pass, rolls, and then O'Dowda. And then Tanaka wins it with his knee there, I think. Slid in front of his man and out for a throw-in.
It's just great closing down, just hunting in packs there, testing the opposition's first touch. If they knock it too far, they're on it in a flash.
Daland has the ball again, back to Alnwick because Aaronson was arriving. And then out to the edge of the penalty area to Goutas. Chambers up the line for Ashford. Gives it away. First Solomon, now Rothwell, now Tanaka. Ampadu just pushes it forward to junior Firpo. Firpo further up the line to Solomon. Lovely turn from Manor Solomon. Just holds it up then. Goes again. And opts for a safety first with Rothwell in support. Gives it back to Solomon. On it goes for Firpo. It's going to be difficult for him to keep it in. He doesn't quite manage it. To make the angle, had to just delay. And that gave the ball sufficient time to roll over the line. Not sure Firpo agrees, or some of those fans behind the goal, but that's what happened. That's what was given. Ghazi for Cardiff in the Leeds half. Still going. And he'll have a shot. And Meslier has a save to make. And Cardiff have had a shot on target. Joe Rodon absolutely furious that that was allowed to happen.
And Ampadu as well. Just giving some instructions to those in front. I'd like to see a long way out, wasn't it? 25 yards. Not a great shot. Easy save, and Meslier at last has been brought into the game. And again, long ball should be won by Chambers. Is. And it goes to Ashford. Now Rinomhota. Rinomhota will play the cross into the edge of the area via the deflection. Ampadu goes to defend and prevent the corner. Instead, it's a Cardiff throw-in, level with the edge of the Leeds box. Back it goes. Chambers again. Piroe, easy interception for Joel Piroe. Sets it up for Manor Solomon. Rinomhota's all over him there. And again. And Manor Solomon, who is eventually stopped. It has to be. Come on.
Pick a foul, any foul, and award a yellow card for it. He does. Manor Solomon was refusing to be stopped there, wasn't he? Yeah, the fullback is just getting twisted and turned inside out, basically. Doesn't know which way he's going. Even grabbing him, he can't get in front of him. Somewhat reminiscent of the rugby union, which the Welsh followers of Cardiff City probably won't be referencing too much this afternoon, given last night's result. Did you score? No. Okay, moving on. Tanaka. It goes wide to Firpo. Tanaka again. Plays his cross in. O'Dowda will give it straight to Bogle. Now James. He'll have a crack. Not a bad one. Alnwick punches it away. Delivered back for Rothwell. Now Firpo. It's a nice ball into the middle. I say a nice ball into the middle, as it turned out way too close to Alnwick, who was able to collect comfortably as we move into the added time, of which there'll be 60 seconds. Here's Leeds coming again. Piroe, and it goes to Aaronson. Aaronson with the chance to shoot, and goes to James instead. He has a go, and he can't curl his shot in on target. Just wonder why Brendan Aaronson maybe didn't have a go himself there. Well, James is surprised he received the ball, because he shouldn't have done. You're right, Aaronson should have just had a go. How many times have Cardiff given the ball away 10 yards outside of their own 18-yard box? Unfortunately, this time we don't take advantage. That left foot shot not on target. The previous one, though, for Dan James was superb. This one rifled it through, straight at the keeper. Good power. Decent stop. Alnwick has been a busy boy in this first half, as he was in the game at Cardiff as well. Saved a penalty as well on that occasion. Bogle with the ball up in the air. James leans nicely into his opponent. The ref was going to give a free kick, then realised that time's up. It's been an excellent first half for Leeds. Total domination so far. 2 goals to show for that domination as they head towards the tunnel. I'm guessing the message might be more of the same, please, lads. Half-time scoreline is Leeds 2, Cardiff 0. Yeah, it's all pretty straightforward as well. And after the Cardiff start, I thought the way that they played and committed some bodies forward, I thought, well, this lot are pretty confident.
unfortunately, they kept playing the same way, giving the ball away, and we found so much space to work into. So 2, could have been 3 or 4, couldn't it really? Solomon and James, absolutely superb, terrorising their fullbacks. So you're right, total dominance. Let's hope it is the same in the second half as well.
Nice foundation established, a bit more work to be done. Half-time, it's Leeds 2, Cardiff 0. The game is back underway again. Leeds United started it off. And Junior Firpo plays the ball back to Ethan Ampadu. Ampadu goes long, there's nobody forward, and it's a comfortable control for Callum Chambers. And then Robertson back to Daland, hooks it out wide, and then gets the return ball from O'Dowda.
So Cardiff are playing the same team, but will they play the same way? Hard to believe they will, because it just afforded us so many opportunities. They need to certainly be better in possession.
Well, just an early hint that perhaps, yes, they will, because Robertson was almost caught there, going back towards his own goal. As Leeds players closed in on him. Here's Darland, who finds himself under a bit of pressure as well, so just puts it into an area. It works well for him. Ampadu against Ashford. Solomon won't quite get there ahead of Rinomhota. Ashford nutmegs Junior Firpo and carries it into the Leeds half, and then, well, that's what happens in the Sunday League if you do that. You usually tend to get a little whack afterwards. On this occasion, Firpo was just trying to stop his man moving forward.
By doing that, the Cardiff player smacked Tanaka on the knee, and he's feeling it slightly as well.
A hop and a skip as Tanaka goes to take up a position just outside the Leeds penalty area. Manor Solomon is tying his laces up currently, so just a slight delay to the free kick. Now the referee is happy that Robertson can take it. That Leeds line is just outside the penalty area. Foul is committed against Jayden Bogle as he went up against his man as the ball dropped into the penalty area. And there could be a yellow card here. Somebody said something to the referee as they ran past.
Jesper Daland, I think, wasn't happy. It was he and Chambers who kind of tangled with Bogle at the back stick.
Just a ticking off for Jesper Daland. He it was who...
It was Daland, wasn't it? Yeah.
Pushed Bogle down. Tanaka. Back to Rodon. To his right to Bogle. Nice ball in field to Tanaka. Look at the space for Junior Firpo down the left here. Spends a little bit too much time just getting it under control. And then that's a poor pass. And Cardiff with Ghazi. Move forward. Down the left-hand side it goes to O'Dowda. O'Dowda still going, looking to get to the byline. Bogle stays in front. O'Dowda stays on the ball, still in possession. And then loses out. And then commits a foul. Aaronson is dragged down. And that will be a free kick to Leeds United. I think credit Jayden Bogle there with sticking at his task diligently.
He did. Aaronson's calling for a bit more than just a free kick, and rightly so. And talking of that, who's on yellow cards? Rinomhota here, so I'll give it to Solomon and get him to take on the fullback.
And he takes on Ashford there and sends him completely the wrong way. Still going. And still manages to get it into Piroe, who's just offside. And there's a big shout for handball in the midst of all that, but the flag is raised instead to give Cardiff a free kick.
Yeah, the pass that I think the Cardiff player did hit with his arm, but it was the pass when Piroe was just half a yard offside.
Ball back from Chambers to Alnwick. Up to Darland, leads a high. Trying to pressurise here, and they almost got the ball away from the full-back. Now they have to make sure they defend successfully, and Joe Rodon does exactly that with great work. Bogle, now there's space for Rothwell, and outside of him is Firpo, but Rothwell carries it now and gives it to Solomon. And Firpo's ahead, and he has the ball now. And Firpo kills a lovely ball in! and Dan James arrives. Dan James gets his goal. Terrific set-up play from Leeds United again. Firpo ball across. Dan James, right man, right time for 3-0.
Excellent play again, really was. But Cardiff, well, they just haven't learned. They're playing exactly the same way. They lose it. And just the way that we move the ball, this time it's down the left-hand side. And the cross is superb. Put it in hard in between the defenders and the keeper and get someone at that back post just to slide it home. And that man is Dan James. Here we see, moving it quickly, Firpo from Solomon. There's one touch and fired in nice and early. Alnwick puts his hand up, more in hope than belief. And really was an easy finish for Dan James.
Got to be there though, haven't you? And great anticipation. And it's the former Swansea man scoring the goal against Cardiff City. Pressure applied. Robertson a little loose with his ball, but Rinomhota gets on it. And then Leeds win a free kick with Chambers bundling Firpo over. They're in a hurry to take it. Tanaka. Back it goes to Joe Rodon. Leeds scoring after 5 minutes of the first half and 5 of the second. Rothwell. Back in it goes to Rodon. And Tanaka. Firpo played a big part in that goal. Tanaka. Through the middle for Piroe. Nice ball to Solomon. Oh. Well, we are right in line with that one. And I'm saying that one definitely was close.
It certainly was, and for an instant I didn't think it was offside, but referee's assistant quickly put his flag up.
We're closer than him. Daland. Now O'Dowda. And Daland back in his own half. To Goutas. Plays it out to Rinomhota. Gets the return ball, Rinomhota down the right-hand side for Cardiff. Men in the middle waiting. Rodon perfectly positioned. Firpo's kept the ball in play well. Not only that, he's produced an excellent pass. And then Rothwell's happy just to get the ball forwards. Comes back at Leeds. And then Goutas to Darland. To his left to O'Dowda. Robinson against Tanaka. Goutas across the back to Chambers. Ashford. Solomon comes in. Rothwell gets it for Piroe. 3 runners. Aaronson through the middle. Aaronson goes down just outside the penalty area, and the referee says nothing doing. And Brendan Aaronson picks himself up, and Cardiff push the ball into the Leeds half, and life continues.
Well, once again, Cardiff sloppy in midfield, lose the ball, we're straight at them. I'd like to see that one again as well. Aaronson's just knocked it past the defender, and I suppose the defender will say, well, he just then ran into me and fell down, but had to be close.
Piroe has committed a foul there. The referee is the man in the frame.
I just think when you look at a player in this situation, is he going down before? Is he expecting a challenge? Yeah, I don't think there's actually too much there. Did he clip him behind?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It's a tough one.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a penalty,
it's
was
outside,
it?
exactly. Yeah. Outside the box anyway.
But I think there may have been a little brush off the knee. Maybe not to elicit that big dive, but anyway, it's all gone. It's immaterial. Leeds trying to win the ball back, but Chambers plays it to his left to Ghazi. So Dowda going further wide, goes past Tanaka, and then runs into a crowd of Leeds shirts. Cardiff work it back to O'Dowda. Now it's clipped into Robertson, turns and makes space for the shot! Meslier full stretch with a palm away from goal. Firpo comes to complete the job.
Good save, good strike as well.
Piroe easily in to win that throw-in from Rinomhota. That was poor. From Cardiff, that is. Tanaka, Cardiff preparing changes.
They had been poor. I mean, we expected a side that, not having lost for 8 matches, to be a little better than this.
Here's James down the far side of the penalty area, waiting in the middle. It's Piroe now. Solomon in the D, turns the ball back to try and get it under control. Now Piroe, well, he's got a wall of blue in front of him. It comes back out for Rothwell. There's space for Firpo though. Lots of runners in the middle. Again, he tries to put it into that area. This time Dan James can't quite get there.
I'm not quite sure why the ball wasn't slipped into Aaronson earlier on in the move. He's in so much space inside the box. Here's a save again. Nice and comfortable for Meslier.
Cardiff making the changes. And Bagan is coming on. Daland, interestingly, the centre-half is coming off. Bagan, the man who was sent off in the game between these two at the Cardiff City Stadium. And then Salech is the other change. And Ghazi is the man who's going to be replaced. Interesting to see who goes into the centre of the Cardiff defence here.
Yes. Does look like.
Has Bagan gone in there?
Yeah, Bagan's gone in there. And they're clutching at straws here, but let's see if...
Bagan's usually a left back.
He is.
So,
Dowda's still out there, isn't he, on the left?
Yeah. Ampadu caught late then. I don't think the referee saw it. Maybe the assistant did, but the game continues. Tanaka to Bogle. To James. James level with Aaronson in the goal-scoring charts now, both on target this afternoon. Piroe would love one. Plays it through. Oh, almost found its way onto the run of Dan James there. Just read well by Goutas. Ampadu does a good job, but then loses out, but is fouled. Held back as he tried to play the pass. Robinson is thwarted in his ambition to get forward.
Yeah, Salech just all over Ampadu. Just come on for a physical presence and put himself about.
Tanaka. Now Rothwell.
Just looking at the goal again, certainly onside. Excellent play.
Rothwell to Ampadu. Salech closes him down. Ampadu to Tanaka. Oh, look at that.
See ya.
Now Jaden Bogle. How much would you love a goal to come from that as its start? Tanaka puts it out to this side of the penalty area. Firpo. Oh, I thought he was going to hit that. Instead, he tried an extravagant pass to Joel Piroe, which didn't quite work out and ends up as a goal kick.
I think he probably thought about it as well, but then just changed his mind. Nice little volley in the top corner would have been a great fitting end. So it was a wonderful move.
Cardiff playing out from the back. Bagan on the ball. Oh, he turned into trouble there, and he's lucky that that came off Dan James and went in their favour. But again, great work by Tanaka.
I mean, we've closed down really well, but you have to say Cardiff's passing as well has been pretty woeful.
Was that not a free kick I've just seen there? Apparently not. Tanaka bundled over. Cardiff throw in. Rodon with a header. Comes for Piroe. First touch is great. Pass was not quite right for Solomon. Cardiff have it with Rinomhota. Callum Robinson to Robertson. O'Dowda has to go back because of Dan James. Bagan. Exchange of passes. Robertson in the midfield. Forced back again. It's really good work from Leeds.
No, it is. I mean, every single player out there working so hard to close down, giving Cardiff no time to settle on the ball.
O'Dowda back into Bagan as we move into the 60th minute here. Clear daylight between Leeds United and Cardiff City.
And thinking, of course, further afield and our depth of players on the bench, this is absolutely ideal, because with so many games coming up, there'll be a lot of players out there itching to get on as well and get a bit of fitness into their legs, and at 3-0, it's the ideal time.
Well, you'd imagine both Ramazani and Gnonto and Joseph would be amongst those really chomping at the bit to get on the park for the...
Struijk might fancy a few minutes as well.
Yeah, with games coming up.
Ease him back in.
Ampadu down the line just beyond Firpo, so it's a Cardiff throw-in. Robertson takes a risk and puts it over the head of Piroe, and then Aaronson does great work through the middle, and he's still going. What a live wire. Can't quite get it into Dan James, but it's come to him anyway. James with a chance to shoot takes that opportunity. It's deflected out to Firpo. Firpo sets off forward and then turns back. Rothwell, Tanaka. Tanaka's fouled and gets his free kick belatedly. Joe Ralls standing in the way of that free kick. Played past him to Dan James. James curls the ball into the middle. Piroe was there with the header. Comes off the top of his head and loops behind for a goal kick.
Well, I'm not sure he was convinced it was coming to him. He got in between the defenders, and somehow Dan James found him with that cross. It was excellent, but Piroe, not a great header.
Ball is back with Alnwick in the 6-yard box. Out wide it goes, and then up the line to Ashford. Closed down by Joe Rodon, who's gone all the way up front with his opponent there, and he's won Leeds United a throw-in. Aaronson back to Bogle, loses it though. And then Leeds win it back with Tanaka into the path of Aaronson. Now Bogle down that right-hand side, plenty of white shirts forward. Bogle hemmed in, comes out to Tanaka, into Piroe, and back it goes to Rodon. Now there's space. Rothwell to Firpo. Solomon waits to his left. Solomon waits still as Firpo goes into the box, and then almost Brendan Aaronson making a nuisance of himself that forces the ball to be cleared into touch for a Leeds throw.
It's pretty simple that we're playing at a pace that Cardiff can't handle.
Here is Solomon, loses out to Robinson. And quickly those white shirts are all around the ball, and they've won it back again. Now Solomon on the edge of the penalty area, plays it into the path of Piroe. Piroe with a low shot. Dan James goes down. Penalty Leeds. James was all set to tuck that one in, and his legs were taken away, and that will be a penalty kick and a card as well.
Rightly so. Excellent play. Just the way we hunt the ball down. Cardiff just take too long. They've done it all afternoon long. Really poor from the away team. However, we made them look poor by our closing down. We win the ball back, and then after that, can we find the right pass? Can we just slip it in? Good save from Alnwick. And there's James just to tap it in, but it certainly was a foul from Callum O'Dowra. Gets himself a yellow card as well. And now you have a chance to make it 4.
Now there is a stat that I'm not going to mention about Leeds United, Cardiff City, penalty kicks and Jack Alnwick. I'm not saying anything about it.
Well, you just have.
I didn't.
You
I
just
said
have.
nothing. I did not say anything.
Okay, you can tell me after he scores.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Piroe is the man given the task of taking the penalty. Joel Piroe. Referee is not happy for it to be taken yet. He's making Piroe wait for the signal, and still he makes the Leeds man wait. And Joel Piroe steps up, and Joel Piroe puts it in the back of the net, and Leeds finally convert a penalty kick against Cardiff City at the 3rd time of asking. Alnwick is beaten. It's Leeds United 4, Cardiff City 0.
Excellent penalty from Joel Piroe. He just sees Alnwick move his weight to the keeper's left-hand side, and Piroe just slots it the other. 4-goal difference, I think that's about right, and we've still got 25 minutes left. Really have put this Cardiff team to the sword. When I think back to the frustrations of Monday night at Burnley, well, I know where they're coming out against Cardiff here today.
Changes will be made now, so how do you feel when you see Gnonto preparing to come on? Sam Byram also is going to come on here. And huge applause for those heading off. First change is Jayden Bogle, and the second change, first man off, is Dan James. What a game he's had.
Well, he even sprinted off. He was that quick. Great game yet again. And Bogle as well. Ideal to give both of them, who have been superb, haven't they, in recent weeks. They really have. A good 25-minute rest, because there'll be big games coming up. That will be tougher than this one, but smiles all round so far.
Developed a really good partnership down that right side, haven't they? Jayden Bogle and Dan James. Now a new partnership in action down there. Sam Byram and Willie Gnonto. Ethan Ampadu into the fray with a header. Rinomhota will pass into the path of Robertson. Now O'Dowda. Leeds fans suggesting that there's a long journey back home for the Cardiff City supporters here, as Gnonto tries to make it a little bit more miserable. Still going, Gnonto shoots! How about that? Straight on, straight amongst the goals. Gnonto makes it 5 with a lovely finish. Leeds United 5, Cardiff City 0.
Wow, what a fantastic goal from Willie Gnonto. Just the positivity running through this side. And the sub comes on and just now takes the applause of the crowd. And rightly so, because he scored a wonderful goal. Picks the ball up. He had runners left and right. He goes it alone, cuts it back into that near corner. Wasn't the cleanest of strikes, but the accuracy was unerring. Look where he picks it up as well. Takes the defenders on, pushes them back. And yet again, through the defender's legs. How often do we see that? Willie Gnonto knew exactly what he was doing. Fires it into that bottom corner. 5-0.
Cardiff changes. NG is on, and Mannsverk, the new signing. Silbert Mannsverk, who plays in central midfield. He's a Norwegian under-21 international. Willie Gnonto is an Italian under-21 international, and his name is ringing out all around Ellen Road.
Going to be a long last 20 minutes for this Cardiff side. I'm sure they're thinking of where's the coach driver. Start the engine, warm it up. We want to get out of here pretty quick, but we want more goals.
Greedy.
And rightly so. Well, no, it's just
goal
one play
difference
to do
is
it.
crucial as well, and Leeds have a really good goal difference.
Well, saying that, we are so far ahead of everyone with goal difference, but why not? But also, it's an attitude thing. I mean, you keep your foot on the pedal, keep it going.
Can't really see this Leeds side with Gnonto on. Surely you expect to see Ramazani and Joseph appear before too long. They're just going to want to come on and do more. They're going to see an opportunity. Solomon. Oh, that's good. Now Manor Solomon's got a sprint to get there, and he does. Manor Solomon, he tried the little fancy drag and wins the throw-in off and G. And you have a sense that these Leeds players are enjoying themselves a bit now.
Well, rightly so. A superb performance.
Piroe. Solomon can't get it into Rothwell. There you go, they've won it back again. Look at the tenacity in that. Gnonto once more, has another go! Keeper bombs this one away. Well, it's a long time since we've been at the chuckling stage, isn't it? But some of the football has been such a treat this afternoon. And the goals also. Aaronson. But actually, it's all underpinned by hard work, isn't it? There's another great example of it there.
No, it's tenacity, it's eagerness. It's giving everything, and none more so than Aaronson.
Leeds have a free kick. Brendan Aaronson continues to put it all in for Leeds United.
It is, but it's also not just the one player either. So when you are closing down, you don't go singly, you go as a team. Everyone has to do their job, but every single player is doing their job to the maximum. And Cardiff are just finding it too difficult to pass through. Simple as that.
Well, that's Brendan Aaronson's last action of a busy afternoon. And he's coming towards the touchline to be replaced by Matteo Joseph, and Mana Solomon also amongst the goals. Good game from him as well. Departs and Ramazani arrives. So fresh legs thrown on up front.
And there is an example of our power. Cardiff City think, great, they've got those attackers off the pitch, but not so good. Gnonto, Ramazani, Joseph coming on with fresh legs.
Everybody pretty much up here. Only Tanaka waits behind as Rothwell puts the ball into the middle. Nice shape on that! Comes off the head of a defender. That will be a corner kick. Firpo, I think he may have made first contact, and then it was carried behind for a corner.
Well, he's angry with himself because he actually gets there, and I think he does get a touch and doesn't get the right touch. It does come off the defender. What a ball that is, by the way, from Rothwell, and so close to being an own goal. You can see that he gets there, just doesn't make quite the right connection.
Inside the final 20 minutes, Rothwell with a corner kick for Leeds United. Nice ball, curled in, headed away. Here's Ramazani's first touch. Look at that, absolutely cleaned out, but Leeds end up with the ball, so the game goes on. Rothwell. Leeds are right at it. Tanaka. Well, why not? Why not? Sails over the top, disappears behind Alnwick's goal.
Some noise out there, isn't it, with the fans? Certainly enjoying that one. And Tanaka's ball went high, wide, and we still loved it. Big cheer. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? What a signing.
Alnwick's ball into the Leeds half. Yes, by the way, Tony, sorry.
It's okay. I took that as a given, to be honest. It was a statement rather than a question.
Quite right, too. Sam Byram will take the throw-in for Leeds to Tanaka. Byram, hello, he's on a mazy run forward, stopped in his tracks. And Tanaka bundled to the ground, and Leeds have another free kick. Which is taken quickly and short, trying to thread it in through Gnonto. And then a foul on Tanaka again. And this one he puts over the top for Gnonto. Lets it drop over his shoulder. He's into the box. Defender just manages to get a step in front of him, Bagan, and keep him away from goal.
Good bright thinking, wasn't it? With the ball over the top to Gnonto, but Bagan showed a good turn of pace there to recover it.
Robertson plays the ball to Chambers. And MG, and Meslier has a touch. And I think it's, what is it? It must be 20 minutes since his last one, mustn't it?
Oh, Salech there. A little naughty.
Yeah.
He's been a little naughty because he's pushed Rodon. I think he was going straight into Meslier as well.
Well, I guess that comes under the heading of showing a bit of fight.
Yep, absolutely. Bit of a frustration as well.
Oh, Piroe rolls it into the path of Rothwell to steam forward for Leeds now, and plenty joining him as well. Firpo just outside the box. Curls his cross towards the far side of the area. Did it brush off the top of the head of O'Dowda? It would appear not. Goal kick.
Although I'd have to question the tactics of Omar Riza in the second half. They did exactly what they've done in the first half, in that, you know, try to play their way through midfield. Bodies always seemingly ahead of the ball. The line from them was a little too high. And if you watch anyone that comes here to frustrate us, it's It's those banks, isn't it? Those defensive banks which we find a little more difficult to get through. Not so today.
Ball headed over the top. Joseph will chase, but it's going to go into touch. Got 15 minutes remaining here at Ellen Road. And there is Omar Riza on screen now, looking a little less than happy. His unbeaten run is coming to an end in some fashion here at Ellen Road. Cardiff's job, of course, is to stay in the division. That is their aim and ambition for the campaign. He's helped them to get into a position to do that after early season struggles. Leeds have bigger fish to fry. Gnonto plays it through the middle, comes back for Gnonto. Still going. Still can't find a pass to Piroe. Tanaka to Gnonto. Ampadu to Rothwell. Struijk ready to come on for Leeds. Firpo now. Ethan Ampadu chases back. Rothwell, the recipient. Now Gnonto. Ampadu. Leeds scored 5 at home for the first time this season. Byram. Given away. Cardiff. The ball into Robinson. Firpo defends well and is cool enough to just tap it back into the path of Meslier for the clearance. Piroe dropped deep to collect the ball for Leeds. Tanaka to Ampadu. And Daniel Farker's on the edge of the technical area. He's motioning the players forward. Wants them to keep going here. Rothwell to Gnonto. Firpo to Rothwell. Now Tanaka. Joseph just slipped then as he was trying to get it, but he's won it anyway. He does well, control it, works it left to right, and then a lovely ball into the path of Ramazani from Firpo. Ramazani still in the penalty area, still trying to wriggle his way through, and there are shouts of handball as he was finally stopped by the sprawled figure of the Cardiff defender in front of him. Tanaka, he sees the chance to put it over the top. Oh, Gnonto's let it run for Joseph. Joseph in the D, wanted to try the shot, takes a deflection, Leeds corner.
They all want to score, don't they? It looks like they're even good at any time. Lovely ball over the top yet again. This Cardiff side are a pretty sorry 11 at the moment.
So Tanaka comes off, and there's a huge roar around the ground.
Wow. What a reception.
Quickly played himself into position as crowd favourite, and very much understandable given the energy levels and the quality that he's brought to this Leeds United side, and the calmness.
There's that word, calm again.
Cardiff defending this corner kick. Movement in the penalty area. The ball curls in now, headed clear by Goutas, back on his feet again. As Gnonto just lets it run out, knowing that the last touch was off a Cardiff player. So Leeds have the throw in.
Just looking at Pascal, he's checking his boots out because he slipped there and he's trying to get the mud out of them.
Maybe he's picked the wrong footwear for this one. It's a pretty fancy pair of boots that he's chosen. Here's Sam Byram. Set off going forward, decides to keep possession, come back. Good ball from Rodon to Ampadu, now playing in that midfield. Now Junior Firpo, space in front of him, and Ramazani. Ramazani works it into the penalty area, onto his right foot, still going on the right foot, takes the shot, deflected just wide. Anik got across, didn't get a touch, defender's touch took it behind.
Excellent play, it really is. Well, the wingers have come on, James Solomon off, Ramazani, Gnonto on, and continuing the havoc that we've caused all afternoon long. Ramazani comes inside, sits up the defender in G, and just deflection takes it wide.
I'm loving the word havoc. A good description of what Leeds have caused, particularly in this second half. Rothwell. Good ball. Keeper Kane didn't get there, defender did. Piroe waits. It's fouled. And once more, the pressure remains on Cardiff and on their penalty area as Leeds have another set piece. Cardiff will make a change here. O'Dowda departs and Will Fish comes on. So Will Fish goes straight into provide an extra defensive body as Leeds wait to take the free kick.
Bagan now, I think, will go out to that left-back position. Fish into centre-half.
Struijk. And Rodon. Firpo back to Pascal Struijk. Piroe. Disappointing the Leeds fans with their most recent chant, which references the fact that Cardiff are from Wales, and the rest you can probably get. It's the Leeds United side full of Welsh players. There's more Welsh players in the Leeds team than there are in the Cardiff team. Fact. Chambers, who's an England international, former England international, goes back to Goutas. And then it goes into the path of the most recent sub, Anik, who's been a bit of a thorn in the side of Leeds in recent meetings, but not so today. Well, he's had so much coming his way.
Yeah, there's nothing in front to help him out, to be honest.
And even in the midst of all that, there's been a few saves. The Leeds just see time out here as we're inside the final 10. Or is there more to come from this side, even on this afternoon? Meslier, on his left foot, played forward. Comes down for Firpo. The ball up the line to Ramazani, helped on to Piroe. Lovely play from Piroe to get it back to Ramazani, and Firpo outside of him. And Firpo's into the penalty area, and he puts it into the middle, and it comes out for Piroe, shoots goalwards! And there's another save for Anik to make, pushes this one behind, and that's a Leeds corner.
Ramazani got taken out. The referee said he saw it. I'm not sure he did. He thinks it's a collision. I don't think it was. I think it was a bit more than that. NG was a player that put him on the deck. And a good volley, wasn't it? Controlled volley. And Anik, you're right, makes another save.
Interesting that Ramazani and Gnonto are the two sent back to pick up the two Cardiff players who've stayed forward.
It's interesting in that obviously they're speedy, so they can cover a lot of ground. They're not the tallest, so won't be as useful at corner kicks.
You want to be in there though, don't you?
You do. They must hate it at the halfway line.
Yeah, what?
But I can score at the other end, boss. Get back.
Rothwell will take yet another corner. Good shape on that one. Goes across the group. Any kind of proper contact in there, and that could easily have been the sixth.
Oh, I thought Joseph was going to tap it in at the back stick. Great delivery again from Rothwell.
Joseph with a challenge, Gnonto with another. And Cardiff emerge relieved with the ball. Joseph's not giving up on this one though. And it gets it around him and forwards. Struijk with a header. Rodon Up against Salech. Pascal Struijk will test a run. Meslier waits in the box and gets it. And manages to get it onto Piroe. It's worked well. Now Rothwell, he'll have a charge here. And Leeds have got 3 shirts ahead of him. It's given to Gnonto. Gnonto brings it infield. Still going Willie Gnonto. Tries the shot. Ramazani's waiting for the ball and finally gets it now. Ramazani moves into the penalty area. Onto that right foot. Deflects off a couple of Cardiff players and behind 4 with the Leeds corner.
So many options, weren't there? Gnonto just took it on. Thought Ramazani could have had it earlier in the move, but good play originally from Rothwell, just driving forward.
Well, we gave Cardiff a bit of the big build-up here, given the form that they've been on going into this game. But this is as comprehensive championship fixture victory as I've seen for a long time.
Ampadu making sure his wingers are back, picking up their men.
Oh. You sure? Yes.
Do I have to come back?
Rothwell again will put one in there. That would round it off nicely. Goal from a corner. Put in towards the far side of the penalty area. Underneath it is Joseph. Can he get it back from the byline? He can! Oh, Pascal Struijk, for one moment there, I thought he turned that one in. Just turned it wide.
Yeah, I thought he actually turned it on to a defender who then put it out for a corner, but excellent play from Mateo Joseph. Good ball again, this time to the back stick. And Joseph then works his bit of magic near that byline.
35,810 the attendance just announced, and 1,214 of those have made the 250-mile drive up from South Wales. And I suspect a fair few of that number will already be quite well into the journey on the way back to South Wales. Now Ramazani, he's won it back for Leeds. He's into the penalty area. Left foot, I dragged it wide. And Joseph, arm stretched in the middle, says, why not me? And Ramazani says, well, I could have scored another goal.
Well, there was 2 options. 1, take it on your own, or 2, roll it inside for Joseph to tap in. If you can take it on your own, you better hit the target. More importantly, you better score. But Joseph, earlier in the move, was on. Wasn't too far away, just takes it away from the defender Goutas. Unfortunately, cross goal.
Well, on Monday I offered thoughts and prayers to the person at LUTV who has to put together the post-match highlights package.
Same again, actually.
I do the same again, but for entirely different reasons. How are you going to fit this lot into 3 minutes?
Idea.
Good luck. Pascal Struijk. Oh, he's played it into Firpo. And Firpo's put it in the middle! And Joseph arrives! Firpo with another fantastic ball in. And Mateo Joseph gets himself on the score sheet as well. And Leeds United have gone even further ahead here. Superb 6 from Leeds United. Leeds 6, Cardiff 0.
Delighted for Joseph. In previous games, when either he started or come on, he's always been trying to work so very hard, sometimes a little too hard. But finally, he gets his reward. He sprints into a great area, and just the pace and tempo that we're playing at is too much of the Cardiff side. And when it comes out to Junior Firpo, he knows exactly where the ball needs to be delivered, in between the goalkeeper and defenders. And someone's got to get it on the end of it. Well, we've had Solomon, we've had James on the end of those sort of crosses, and now Mateo Joseph gets his reward.
It's been a long wait for Mateo Joseph. He'll be absolutely delighted to see that one hit the back of the net. And Leeds still have a little bit of time here as we move into the 90th minute, with a 4 or 5 perhaps to be added on. In reality, towels have been coming in from the Cardiff dugout for the last 20 minutes.
Quite simply, they've been the far better side. Cardiff can't keep the ball. They can't stop us playing. When they get it, Our pressure has been such that we win it straight back again.
Goutas up from the back.
I'd love to know, actually, the stat of giving the ball away, because Cardiff this game must be right up there with one of the most, because not only, of course, then the passing hasn't been good, but our pressure has made them do that sort of thing, but they have been particularly poor.
They don't usually publish passes failed, it's just passes completed, isn't it?
It's a big feature of today's game for sure.
And there's 5 more minutes. Come on!
We want 7.
Well, you can hear that's not just you who would echo that. Tony, there's a roar gone up around the ground, and immediately the chant goes up. We want 7. We want 7. You have to enjoy games like this because they don't come around every week.
They don't, but there's been certain games, hasn't there? We've had lots and lots of chances. We don't convert enough of those chances. But at some point, it had to kind of come together. And this is one of those days, isn't it, where it certainly has.
There are those who say Leeds are boring.
Are you kidding?
Piroe back to Rothwell. And now Ampadu. Now Ramazani. He'll be desperate, Ramazani. Manages to see the ball into the path of Rothwell. Ampadu. Leeds are going again here. Rodon. Now Piroe. Rothwell up to the edge of the area. Goutas steps in to clear. Ampadu is desperate to get that ball back again and commits the foul in the process. And Cardiff, well, they look a sorry bunch out there, don't they? And this has been a chastening experience, I'm sure, for the away players, because it's 6 and it could have been double that. Firpo seemed to be brushed to the ground by G there. The referee saw it differently.
That was a bit of a flailing left arm there, but
3 minutes remaining, so 3 minutes more for Leeds to see if they can conjure up another chance or two. And I'm there for it. Firpo to Piroe. Lovely ball, clipped wide to Byram, who's got so much space that he can run into now, Sam Byram. Piroe goes ahead of him. Byram pushes it to him now. Piroe's had a really good game for Leeds today. Found good positions, passed it well. Gnonto. Goes back, and there are boos from the home supporters. Ramazani, that chant and we want 7 goes up again. Leeds are going backwards. Come on, fellas. And Rothwell to Rodon. Patient build-up from Leeds United. Stick with the plan. Gnonto puts his ball in. Good-looking ball as well. Stabbed into touch by the defender, Fish. Leeds throw in. Still time. Byram. In it goes to Piroe. Nice ball back into Gnonto. He goes forward, still bustling his way into that penalty area. And the best that Fish can do with that one is put it into touch, Bagan rather. And it's going to be another Leeds throw in. Gnonto. Back to Byram. Piroe. Ramazani waits. Piroe goes inside one. Breaks for Joseph. Comes back for Piroe. Tees it up for Firpo. Firpo. Cardiff are desperate not to concede another here, aren't they? And then Pascal. Come on.
Come on, what's going on?
Does that go down as a shot? Straight through to Alnwick it goes. And we move into the final minute of an afternoon. You don't really want to finish just yet, but there's more work to be done in midweek, so the Leeds players will want to get off this pitch and get ready for the next challenge. not before Sam Byram picks it up with 30 seconds to go. Struijk. Firpo. Joseph. It's going to break back for Firpo. And Firpo through the middle. Tucks it into Piroe. Piroe! It is 7! Joel Piroe. Terrific setup again from Junior Firpo. And the crowd have got what the crowd wanted. A 7th Leeds United goal here. A day to remember at Ellen Road. Wow. Leeds United 7, Cardiff City 0.
Utter dominance. Fantastic play. And Firpo again just slips it through. And Piroe, did you ever doubt that that was going to end up in the back of the net? Really good performance, really good goal. And Cardiff, well, just get back on that coach and get back home. Good run. Cool as you like as well. Alnwick, his weight going the wrong way. And slotted into the far corner.
Well, I know quite a few Cardiff City fans. Friends of mine are Cardiff City fans, and at this point I feel a little bit sad for them because their team has been tortured here. The final whistle goes, and that has been a sensational afternoon's football from Leeds United from start to finish. Some of the football has been absolutely breathtaking. Goal after goal after goal has gone in, and Leeds have absolutely blasted Cardiff City away in this championship fixture. The team at the top of the table emphatically stay at the top of the table with a terrific victory. It's finished here, Leeds United 7, Cardiff City 0.
Well, quite simply, a brilliant performance from start to finish. We were on it, the way that the team worked together, the tempo that they played at, just way too good for a Cardiff City side who come here, certainly on the crest of a wave, but they were brought down to earth pretty quickly because once we got that first goal early on, only ever going to be one winner. Second half, I love the way that we just kept our foot to the gas and kept going, kept winning the ball back, kept scoring goals, able to rotate players at the right time as well. On we go. We'll find certainly tougher obstacles than this one, but 7 goals to the good. Let's enjoy it.
It's going to be a good evening, I suspect, around Leeds City Centre, because you don't see these ones too often, do you? It's been some day, some football, loads of goals. Leeds have been utterly, absolutely sensational. Leeds United 7, Cardiff City 0.